All right, folks, what is going on? This is episode 754 of the First and Frame Rate Show. I am VF Baller. Over here, we talk about Georgia Southern and Atlanta Falcons football. And I think the defense is going to be pretty good for Atlanta this upcoming season. I know it's very early. We don't even know who we drafted. Don't know what type of moves that we made in free agency. It's still in January going, well, it's February 1st now. And I still think with the staff that we got, I think they're going to be really good. And I'm pretty excited about it. So we're going to talk about that and give you my thoughts and opinions. So if this is your first time here, welcome. I can be found on YouTube and Rumble. Also on Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts. If you want to watch the visuals, and you know, there's something I didn't say. If you want to watch the visual side of the podcast as well, it is also on Spotify if you want to watch the video, because now the video podcast is up on Spotify. I think just YouTube and Apple are the ones that do the audio, and Rumble is also visual as well. So, but I do think everybody who's have been on Rumble, you guys have been amazing. You know, the viewership is up over there. I can't thank you guys enough. And just the support overall has been great. I cannot thank you guys enough. Thank you so much. So if you want to follow me on Twitter or X is at VF Baller. The website is firstandframerates.com. And if you want to support the show, CashApp and PayPal links are below. Let's just jump right into this. I don't want to hold you guys up any much longer. Raheem Morris bought back Jerry Gray. And I talked about this yesterday, and I thought this was a fantastic move. It's a great move. But we also have, Jimmy Lake. And I haven't talked much about Jimmy Lake, but Jimmy Lake has been around for a long time. He's been around for a long time, probably about as much as Raheem Morris. I think they started out together, and they've been, in close proximity of each other, even in John Gruden days. So he bought a guy who he can trust. He was, back in 2007, he was at Tampa Bay, and then he went to Detroit. I mean, he's been all over the place. And then they end up being together with the LA Rams. And now they're going to be together with the Atlanta Falcons. He's going to be the defensive coordinator. And you have Jerry Gray with the defensive backs. Now, we do have a defensive line coach, Jay Rogers. I'm a little shaky on him. He's had an up and down, career. Not too bad, but not good either. But I think collectively with these guys here and Raheem Morris at head coach, I think we're going to have a really good season with it defensively. You got to understand, this team was already like in the top 10, top 12 defensively. Now, did we have some issues, down the stretch? Team was not able to stop running quarterbacks, whatever the case may be. I mean, what team stopped running quarterbacks? I mean, let's be honest. I mean, all of a sudden, Brock Purdy became a runner, and the Lions didn't know what to do with them. So, I mean, it's going to happen. Your running quarterback is going to be really good, but to stop that, you just have to find ways to stop them at crucial moments. And I think we have the personnel to do that. We just need to have a different type of, scheme when it comes into those type of situations with a mobile quarterback, which is still going to be difficult, but hey, that's just a part of the game. But I do like what we have with this staff. And you got to understand, this staff that we have now, turn a couple of guys that weren't on the radar for the Rams and turned them into have a better production than Jalen Carter. They had, I think, both of these guys, at least one of these guys had like 9 or 10 sacks. I mean, the guy that was under the radar, I think he was a rookie as well, and they turned him into something. So you got these guys now that are already established. We went from 23 sacks or 22 sacks to 40 plus sacks like this season. We basically doubled our sack total, and you bring guys like this in. And I'm not saying anything bad about Ryan Nielsen. I think Ryan Nielsen did a phenomenal job, but when you are bringing some guys in with different energy, with a different mindset, you got a new coach coming in, and these guys are like they sound like they're ready to go. I know Raheem Morris is going to be ready to go, and he's going to bring guys with him that's ready to go. And you get these type of guys in that want to push the best out of these guys. You see Grady Jarrett is already hyped about this. You got guys like Jesse Bates at safety for guys like Jerry Gray who already know how to work with those type of players, him and Clark Phillips and, AJ Terrell. And, I don't even know if Jeff Okudah's coming back, but we'll see how that goes. You have a good bit of guys right here that can make things happen. Caden Ellis, David Onyemata. I think this defense is actually going to be, much better than advertised. I will say this team could possibly consistently be in the top 10 on defense. Because we already know what the problem is with the Falcons. I mean, we know what the problem is. We talked about the quarterback a lot. But when you bring these guys in like a Raheem Morris and these other two guys that I have on the screen, it really it gives me a lot of confidence that this team is going in the right direction. I think they've been going in the right direction for a while now. Even last year with all the shortcomings, I still felt like this team could have snuck in the playoffs. And you get decent quarterback play. You could have won maybe one or two playoff games. I mean, that's how close this team was to making something happen. And it all lies, like I said, it all lies on the quarterback. But before I get out of here, I will say that this right here makes me feel good. Like the way everything is going, and there's a lot of other things that have been going on with this team. It just makes me feel really good. I don't understand why Coach Arthur Smith had TJ Yates as the wide receivers coach, and he was always been a passing game coordinator or quarterbacks coach. What are we doing? But TJ Yates goes back to be a quarterback coach, which is awesome. This is what you like to see, and I mean, you still have, Dwayne Ledford coming back, Michael Petrie's coming back. Like we talked about Jay Rogers already. Dave Huxtable is going to be here. He's been retained as well, but he's going to be the senior defensive assistant. That's going to be pretty interesting. I don't know much about him, but from what I've heard, he has a lot of experience. He's been all over college and all over the college ranks. And, he was actually, help with defense this past season. So it won't hurt to bring him back. So you got a lot of people that are being retained, and you got a lot of new faces as well. And what we have here is something that looks solid. And I'm not going to say it's good or bad or indifferent. It looks solid. I mean, the jury is still out on Jay Rogers. I don't know too much about, what he brings to the table. He was the LA Chargers defensive run game coordinator. Now he's the defensive line coach. He did work with the Bears. He's been with the Broncos. It's, I don't know. I'm just curious to see how this plays out with him. But I think with the rest of these guys here and the scheme that they try to put together, I think they're going to be able to make some things happen with this team. I don't see them going backwards from what they were last year. I don't see that. I know Ryan Nielsen did a phenomenal job, and I would hate to see it happen, as far as them going backwards. But I don't think they will. I think they will be at least right where they were, or they'll be better. And if they're right where they were, I mean, that's good. All we just need, like I said, we need to fix that quarterback position. And I don't put some names out there. I mean, like I said, the Justin Fields of the world, not too much on Kirk Cousins, Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams, Davis Mills. I've talked about a lot of guys who can come fill that role. But I do feel like Desmond Ridder is going to still be on the roster. I don't see him as QB1. And I don't think that the team could fix him. I mean, they may try, but I don't think they could fix him. There's really not much of an excuse for some of the things he's done, but we'll see. I usually try to go around the 10-minute, 11-minute mark on the shows, but it's not much really here to talk about outside of I really feel that these guys are going to be nice. They're going to be really good for the team. Very solid pickups, and I'm really excited about that. So we'll see how that goes, and I'm going to slide out of here for this Wednesday. So hopefully you guys, it's not Wednesday, it's Thursday. I don't know my days. So hopefully you guys will enjoy the rest of your day as well. So if you like this commentary, the like button, share this podcast, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let me know what you guys think about the defense. Do you think they could be much better? I think they can. I think these hires that we have now could really elevate this team a couple of notches above where they were last year. And we just need to get it right on offense, primarily the quarterback. And we'll do that and see how it goes. I can be found on YouTube and Rumble. Also on Spotify, Anchor, Apple, and Google Podcasts. If you want to watch the visual side of the podcast, you hit Spotify and Rumble. If you want to watch the visuals, I think I said that right. If you want to watch the visual side, it's Spotify and Rumble. If you want to listen to the audio side, is on YouTube, Apple, and all the other platforms. I can be found on X at VFBaller. The website is firstandframerates.com. And if you want to support the show, Cash App and PayPal links are below. All right, y'all. Y'all enjoy your Thursday. I'm going to get up out of here. Y'all take it easy and y'all be blessed. Peace.